Hi, I'm Louie, and I never thought I'd be treated like a stranger by my own son. I was sitting in my living room when my phone buzzed with a text from Marcus, my only child. The message was short and brutal. Dad, about the family cruise next month. Chelsea thinks it's best if it's just immediate family this year. Hope you understand. I stared at the screen, reading it 3 times. Just immediate family? I'd raised Marcus alone after his mother passed when he was 12. I'd worked double shifts to put him through college. And now I wasn't immediate family. I called him immediately. Marcus, what's this about the cruise? Dad, look, it's complicated, he said, his voice tight. Chelsea just wants it to be us, the kids, and her parents. You know how she is about family time. I'm your father, Marcus. How am I not family? Chelsea's parents are paying for it, so she gets to decide who comes. She thinks you're too critical of her parenting. My jaw dropped. Critical? I asked why Emma wasn't in her car seat properly once. That's being critical? See, this is exactly what she means. You're always judging her. Marcus, this is insane. When did I become the enemy? Nobody said you're the enemy. We just need space. Chelsea says you undermine her authority with the kids. That's a lie, and you know it. I felt my blood pressure rising. I've done nothing but support both of you. I have to go, Dad. We'll talk later. The line went dead. I sat there stunned, then called my sister Patricia. Louie, what's wrong? She answered. I explained everything. Her response was immediate and fierce. That manipulative little snake. She's isolating you from your grandchildren. This is textbook parental alienation. What do I do, Pat? You document everything, every text, every call. And you call my friend Robert. He's a family attorney. This isn't just about a cruise, Louie. She's trying to erase you from their lives. Why would she do that? Patricia was quiet for a moment. Have you updated your will recently? My stomach dropped. Last year, I left everything to Marcus and set up trust funds for the grandkids. Chelsea knows about it. Bingo! She wants you out of the picture so she can control Marcus and that inheritance without your interference. I called Robert that afternoon. His office was downtown and he agreed to see me immediately. Mr. Castellano, tell me everything, Robert said, leaning back in his leather chair. I laid it all out, the text, Marcus's cold response, Chelsea's pattern of excluding me over the past 6 months. Has she made any unusual requests regarding your finances or property? Robert asked. 3 months ago, Chelsea suggested I sell my house and move into a retirement community. She said it would be easier for everyone. Robert's eyebrows shot up. You're 62 and in perfect health. That's a red flag. She also asked Marcus to be power of attorney for me. I refused. Good instinct. I have a colleague, Detective Morrison, who specializes in financial elder abuse. What's your estate worth? About $2 million, the house, retirement accounts, investments. Robert nodded grimly. That's motive enough. Let's investigate what Chelsea's really after. Detective Morrison met me at a coffee shop the next morning. He was a stocky man in his 50s with sharp eyes. Mr. Castellano, Robert filled me in. Have you noticed any unusual activity in your accounts? No, but I check them weekly. What about your grandchildren? Has access changed? I felt a lump in my throat. I used to see Emma and Jake every week. Now Chelsea always has an excuse. It's been 2 months. Has Chelsea ever asked you to sign anything? I froze. Last Christmas she brought papers, said they were medical directive forms. Marcus pressured me to sign them at dinner. Did you? No, something felt off. I said I'd have my attorney review them first. Chelsea got upset and left early. Morrison's expression darkened. Do you still have those papers? In my desk at home. I need to see them today. An hour later, Morrison examined the documents with Robert on speakerphone. Louie, these aren't medical directives, Robert's voice crackled through. These are property transfer documents. If you'd signed these, you would have given Chelsea and Marcus joint ownership of your house and access to your bank accounts. My hands shook. She tried to steal my house? Almost succeeded, Morrison said. This is fraud, but we need more evidence to prove Chelsea orchestrated it. Patricia spoke up from beside me. Set up a sting. Louie, call Marcus. Tell him you've reconsidered and want to sign whatever Chelsea wants. Morrison nodded. We record the conversation. See what Chelsea reveals. Record my own son? Your son who's helping his wife commit fraud, Patricia said sharply. Marcus made his choice. Robert's voice came through again. I'll prepare consent forms. Morrison, can you provide recording equipment? Already on it. Mr. Castellano, are you willing? I thought about my grandchildren growing up thinking I'd abandoned them. Yes, let's do it. 2 days later, I called Marcus with the recording device running. Dad, this is a surprise, Marcus said cautiously. Son, I've been thinking. Maybe I have been too critical. Oh, Chelsea will be glad to hear that. I want to make things right. Those medical forms from Christmas, I'd like to sign them. There was a pause. Really? I'm an old man, Marcus. I don't want to die with us on bad terms. When can we meet? Let me ask Chelsea. I heard muffled conversation. Then Chelsea's voice came on, sugary sweet. Louis, Marcus says you're ready to sign the papers? I am. I want peace in the family. That's wonderful. We can come tomorrow. Oh, and after you sign, we should talk about selling your house. That big place is too much for you. We could help you find a nice apartment. My blood boiled, but I kept my voice steady. That's very thoughtful. We're family. We take care of each other. Well, real family does. See you tomorrow at noon. Morrison, listening through an earbud, looked at me. Did you hear that? Real family. Combined with the fraudulent documents, we have a case. Let's see what else she reveals tomorrow. Patricia squeezed my shoulder. You're doing the right thing. The next day, Marcus and Chelsea arrived exactly at noon. Morrison was in my bedroom with equipment and Robert was on standby. Chelsea swept in wearing designer clothes. Louis, so glad you came to your senses. Absolutely. Family should stick together, right? Exactly. Chelsea pulled out a folder. Same papers from Christmas, just sign at the X's. I pretended to scan them. These say I'm transferring my house to you both. Well, yes, but only for tax purposes. You'll still live here. And this one about my bank accounts? Marcus jumped in. So we can help you pay bills, Dad. Because I'm too old to handle my own finances? Chelsea's smile tightened. We're helping you. By taking my house and my money? It's not taking, it's fraud. Morrison stepped out, badge visible. Detective Morrison, I've been listening to everything. Chelsea's face went white. What is this? I protected myself from thieves, I said coldly. Marcus was staring at the papers. Chelsea, these really do transfer the house. You said they were medical forms. Your father is confused. Robert's voice came through my phone on speaker. This is attorney Robert Chen. We have recordings of you attempting to coerce my client into signing fraudulent documents. Chelsea spun toward Marcus. Don't listen to them. No, Marcus said quietly. You did this. Dad, I swear I didn't know. You cut me out of your life. You kept my grandchildren from me. My voice broke. You chose her over me. Chelsea grabbed Marcus's arm. We're leaving! Morrison stepped forward. Mrs. Castellano, I'm detaining you for questioning regarding attempted fraud and financial exploitation. Marcus, do something! Marcus pulled away. What have you done, Chelsea? I was protecting our future. Your father has millions. We have kids to think about. So you decided to steal it while cutting him out of their lives? Morrison had his phone out. I'm calling backup. Mrs. Castellano, remain silent and contact an attorney. Louis, tell them this is a misunderstanding. I looked at her coldly. The only misunderstanding was me thinking you cared about this family. You wanted my money and were willing to erase me to get it. Attorney Lisa Wong entered from the kitchen. I'm representing Mr. Castellano. We'll be filing for a restraining order and pursuing restitution for emotional damages regarding his grandchildren. You can't keep me from my own children. They're my grandchildren, I said, and I'll fight for my right to see them. 2 weeks later, I sat in Robert's office with Patricia, Marcus, and court-appointed mediator Dr. Sarah Chen. Chelsea wasn't present. She was facing criminal charges and had been ordered to stay away from me. Dr. Chen looked between us. Mr. Castellano, Louis, your son has requested this meeting to discuss rebuilding your relationship. Marcus looked terrible, like he hadn't slept in days. Dad, I'm so sorry. I was blind. Chelsea had me convinced you were trying to control our lives. How did you not see what she was doing? I did see it. I just didn't want to believe it. He wiped his eyes. She started small. Little comments about how you criticized her. Then she'd twist things you said. By the time she suggested the papers, I believed everything she said. Patricia spoke up. Marcus, your father spent 2 months being excluded from his grandchildren. That's not a small thing. I know. Emma asks about Grandpa all the time. I've been telling her you've been busy, but... He broke down. I let her steal you from them. From me. Dr. Chen intervened gently. Marcus, what specifically are you taking responsibility for? For not questioning Chelsea, for believing her lies about Dad, for letting her isolate him, for trying to get him to sign those papers without reading them. He looked at me. For choosing her over you when you've never been anything but a good father. Your wife tried to steal my house, I said flatly. She manipulated you into cutting me off. She kept my grandchildren from me as part of her scheme. I know. I filed for divorce 2 days ago. Patricia and I both straightened. You did? I asked. Chelsea's attorney called yesterday, Robert confirmed. Marcus has full custody pending the investigation. Chelsea is fighting it, but given the charges... Marcus leaned forward. Dad, I'm not asking you to forgive me right away. I know I don't deserve it, but I want to make this right. The kids miss you. I miss you. How do I know this isn't another manipulation? Because I'm in therapy 3 times a week. Because I'm putting the kids in counseling to undo the damage. Because I'm standing here admitting I almost destroyed the best relationship in my life for someone who only wanted your money. Dr. Chen nodded approvingly. That's good accountability. Louis, how does that make you feel? Angry, hurt, betrayed. I looked at my son. But also sad. Sad that it took almost losing everything for you to wake up. I understand if you can't trust me again, Marcus said quietly. But please don't punish Emma and Jake for my mistakes. They love their grandpa. Patricia touched my arm. Louis, what do you want? I want regular visitation with Emma and Jake, scheduled and in writing, I said. I want you in therapy for at least a year, and I want complete transparency about your finances and Chelsea's case. Done. Anything else? My estate stays as it is. You get nothing until I die, and even then it's in trust for the grandkids. You've proven you can't be trusted with money. Marcus flinched, but nodded. I deserve that. Robert pulled out documents. I've prepared a grandparents' rights agreement. Louis gets every Sunday with the children, alternating holidays and 2 weeks in summer. If you violate it, you'll face legal consequences. I'll sign it right now. Marcus took the pen with shaking hands. Dr. Chen watched him sign. Marcus, how do you plan to rebuild trust? By showing up, by being honest, by never putting anyone before my father and children again. He looked at me. I love you, Dad. I'm so sorry I forgot that. I felt tears coming but held them back. I love you too, son. But love isn't enough. You have to prove you've changed. I will, starting now. Patricia smiled. When can Louis see the grandkids? Tonight? They're with Chelsea's sister, but I can pick them up. They've been asking every day when they can see Grandpa. Tonight is good, I said, feeling something loosen in my chest. Robert stacked the papers. I'll file these immediately. Louis, you also asked about Chelsea's criminal case. The DA is pursuing charges of attempted fraud and financial exploitation. She's looking at 5 to 7 years if convicted. Good, I said simply. Marcus swallowed hard. I'm testifying against her. The DA said my testimony about how she manipulated the situation will be crucial. That can't be easy, Patricia observed. It's necessary. She needs to face consequences, and maybe it'll prevent her from doing this to someone else's family. Dr. Chen made notes. Excellent progress, Marcus. What will you tell the children about their mother? Age-appropriate truth. That Mommy made bad choices and has to face consequences. That Grandpa didn't abandon them. Mommy kept them apart. Our therapist is helping with the language. And what about the cruise? I asked suddenly. The one I wasn't family enough to attend. Marcus looked ashamed. There was no cruise. Chelsea made it up to test if I'd choose her over you. When I did, she knew she could push further with the papers. The revelation hit me like a punch. It was all a test? I failed it, Dad. I failed you. I stood up, suddenly exhausted. You did, but you're here now trying to fix it. That counts for something. Patricia hugged me. I'm proud of you, little brother. You fought back the right way. Robert gathered his files. Louis, you've reclaimed your family, protected your assets, and ensured Chelsea faces justice. That's a complete victory. It doesn't feel complete, I admitted. It feels broken. Broken things can be repaired, Dr. Chen said gently. It takes time, but you've laid a strong foundation today. Marcus stood too. Can I hug you, Dad? I hesitated, then opened my arms. My son collapsed into them, sobbing apologies into my shoulder. I held him like I did when he was young, when his mother died, when the world felt too big and scary. We'll get through this, I said, but it's going to take work. I'll do the work, I promise. When he pulled away, I looked at Robert. What happens next with Chelsea? Trial in 6 months. Between the recordings, the fraudulent documents, and Marcus's testimony, it's a strong case. She's already trying to negotiate a plea deal. I don't want her to get off easy. She won't. The DA is pushing for jail time and full restitution, including damages for emotional distress and legal fees. Patricia checked her watch. Louis, you have about 3 hours before Marcus brings the kids. Want to grab dinner? Actually, I want to prepare. I haven't seen Emma and Jake in 2 months. I want everything to be perfect. Marcus smiled through tears. They're going to tackle you the second they see you. Emma's been practicing reading to show you, and Jake learned to ride his bike. My throat tightened. I missed Jake learning to ride his bike? I'm sorry, Dad. I'm so sorry. Stop apologizing and help me fix this. What are their favorite foods now? What do they like to play? For the next hour, Marcus filled me in on everything I'd missed. Dr. Chen and Robert left, but Patricia stayed, listening as father and son slowly found their way back to each other. When Marcus finally left to get the kids, Patricia squeezed my hand. "You did it, Louis. You fought back and won. I almost lost everything. But you didn't. You stood up for yourself, gathered evidence, and used the law to protect your rights. That's exactly how it should be done." I thought about Chelsea, probably sitting in her lawyer's office, realizing her scheme had cost her everything. Her marriage, her children, her freedom. "Have you ever had someone try to erase you from your own family?" I asked. "Someone who smiled to your face while plotting to steal everything you had? What would you have done in my situation? Like and subscribe for more stories about people who refused to be victims and fought back the right way.